Okay, so hello everyone, and I am finally back with another beautiful video for all you beautiful people out there. So to begin with, I get a lot of these questions, where I come from, and if I tell them my current hometown, that is Port Blair, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, they say, wow, it's so beautiful, but how to travel, when to travel, what is the season to travel, what to expect there. So here is a proper video, 10 things dedicated, a 10 thing list kind of a video of what to expect while traveling to Andamans, so that you guys come to know and you guys understand, and if you guys want to travel, you guys can travel. And if you have any more questions regarding your travel, how to book tickets, any other questions related to the video, you can put it in the comment section and I will surely answer your questions. So without further ado, let's get started. So first things first, number 1 point, mandatory RTCR test within 48 hours of boarding your flight. Yes, I know this sounds very boring and very generic to begin with, but let me tell you there are 2 reasons to it. Number 1 reason being that there are so many tribals living in these islands. A lot of the endangered tribes live in secluded areas, live very separately, and even one hint of let's say COVID, if it passes on to them, it can be fatal for the entire tribal community, as they do not have the coping mechanisms to heal themselves. The second reason is lack of medical facilities. Now this is connected to the first point, but yes, there are lack of medical facilities in these islands. I'm not criticizing it, but this is a kind of a disadvantage, as there is only one proper government hospital. I know few private clinics are coming up now, but there is only one proper government hospital where most of the islanders go. And since this is an island, this is not a landlocked mainland area like what you see in the entire India. It's not like that. It's a what should I say? I won't say it's a very small island, but it's a group of islands together. So passing any oxygen or vaccinations or any PPE kits, any supplies will be very difficult if the virus spreads. Number 2, hotels and hotels everywhere. So as you all know, tourism is the backbone of these islands. Tourism is literally where 70% of the income is generated of these islands. Tourism is everything, since it has rich beaches, proper greenery, lovely nature, and good weather. It has lovely weather. So you'll see hotels and hotels everywhere, or some homestay, or some sort of boarding and lodging facility almost everywhere in these islands, because since there are a lot of tourists, a lot of hotels. When you land and when you come out of the airport, you will see one hotel just bang opposite the airport. You will see, in fact, many hotels just bang opposite the airport. Then as you go, you will see so many hotels, from retired army officers to retired bureaucrats. Even very big business families in these islands have some or the other hotels situated in these islands, as it is a more certain source of income because of the property inflation, upcoming international airport, therefore more tourist influx and more income, more stable income than any other business could provide. Which brings me to number 3. No clubs and bars. Now for those of you who really are into clubbing and bars and discos, Andamans can be the right place for you, but not really if you are so into it, because there are so many permissions required to open a bar. There are only very low-key bars that are for the low budget segment. They are not for the posh, high budget proper bars like you see in Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai. They are not the city kind of bars. the clubs, the restaurants that serve alcohol are pretty expensive here. So many guests, they do a BYOB, or they just go to some random ass restaurant where liquor is being served if they have the money, that is, or they just buy it, bring the alcohol into their rooms with permission from the hotelier. If the hotelier allows, then they can drink in their rooms and do whatever they want, but there's no proper disco as such. Discos and many clubs and bars are in Havelock, in Neil. As far as I know, I've never really been there. But in South Andaman, since a lot of people, so this is a lot got to do with the timing, since we lie in the far east. So the sunset happens very early, and the morning, the sunrise happens also very early. As a result of it, people's sleep patterns are according to the sunset and the sunrise, and the club culture is not so much. Though there are many youngsters who do clubbing and who do dances and all. Even I have been to like few clubs, but they're not the kind of clubs and nightlife scenes that you would expect that in a Bangalore or Delhi. Number 4, Siesta Time. Siesta Time is from 1 p.m. to almost 3 p.m. So it's like a 2-hour siesta time. Though I usually don't believe in siesta and I keep on working throughout. I'm at my office mostly working, and I don't really get to see the time. But many small shops, many small business owners, they follow the siesta time. They come at like 6 a.m., work till 12:30, the first shift. Then they go home, eat their lunch, take their siesta, that is their sleep, and then they come back at around 3:30 and then work till 7:30. So many ticketing counters also close by 12 o'clock, close by 1:30. So many times a lot of tourists, they kind of complain that we have to hurry up and we have to go. When we went there in the afternoon, it was shut because of the siesta time. We live very close to the equator, and during around afternoon, that is 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, there is a huge scorching hot sun that is. And believe me, it's quite hot in the afternoons. Afternoons are very hot and humid. Number 5, mobile signals and internet. Now, when I initially came to these islands, I really could not make many of my videos. So the simple reason was that I did not have proper internet connection. Not even a 4G, not even a proper Wi-Fi, and it was very tiring. It was very taxing. It was very exhausting. But now, luckily, there is Airtel. Jio has just come. BSNL is completely useless, but the Wi-Fi is like okay. But Airtel and Jio are working very well. Now, here's the thing: BSNL works majorly. Be it the internet. Internet works in all parts of these islands, the BSNL, broadband, Wi-Fi, but the 4G SIM, the mobile data and the SIM card works in mostly the remote areas of these islands, be it Baratown, Diglipur, Havelock and Neil Island, and many parts of Campbell Bay, and many other backward parts of, not backward I would say, but many remote parts of these islands. Not in the main city, South Andaman, that is Port Blair, it does not properly function. And Havelock, Airtel 4G works, Airtel works decent. Jio does not work in any of the places except now in South Andaman at the moment. Vodafone does not work at all properly in these islands. So if you have a Vodafone SIM, good luck. Number 6, permissions and permissions. Now we traveling via seaplane. Seaplane is not very functional nowadays. Or going to the remote parts of these islands, or but traveling via a chopper. You require quite a number of permissions. You need to. It's a simple procedure. You You just need to show your Aadhaar card photocopy and your vaccination certificate nowadays. Since, like I said, there are a lot of indigenous tribes living in these islands. Firstly. Secondly, because this area has national security importance, you will have to ask your tour guide or your travel agent regarding what's the procedure regarding permissions, because I have not really, I traveled a long back before COVID. It was very long back, and I don't even remember now what were the rules and regulations because I was very young back then. So be prepared with your vaccination certificates, your identity cards, your Aadhaar cards, your any address proof. Number 7. Non-veg is local. Now, for those of you who come from coastal areas, fish is very common, and there are so many vegetables also, vegetarian food also, which is very common otherwise. But here, vegetables, there are vegetables, there are local vegetables also which grow, but not in variety and the kind of North Indian vegetable or the kind of vegetables that you expect back in mainland. यहाँ पे वो उतनी मतलब मिल जाएंगी, बट वो प्लेन से आती है, वो एरोप्लेन से आती है, वो यहाँ पे उगती भी है, लेकिन जो आपको अपने मेन स्टाइल की वेजिटेबल्स होती है वो एरोप्लेन से आती है. जो फ्रूट्स होते हैं यहाँ पे, जो अगर आपको एप्पल खाना है, यहाँ पे एप्पल्स उगते नहीं है सिंस कोस्टल एरिया, सो मोस्टली जो एंड देयरफॉर यहाँ का जो वेजिटेबल्स भी होता है वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा एक्सपेंसिव होता है एज कम्पेयर टू मेनलैंड. बट यहाँ की जो फिश होती है दैट इज रीजनेबल. सो द लोकल डाइट हियर इज सम साग. सो द लोकल साग ओवर हियर, दाल, chawal and fish. There's so many kinds of fish, especially and non-veg also. Chicken is very local here. Mutton not so much. People do eat mutton here, but chicken and mainly coastal non-veg diet is the local cuisine of these islands. Oh, also fun fact. There's no actual local cuisine in these islands because so many people from all parts of India have actually assimilated and are living peacefully. So there's no really local cuisine like you see in every Indian state apart from the dal, chawal, saag and the machi, mostly machi. There's also like jhinga achar, which is prawn pickle, and fish pickle. But there's no proper local, exotic local cuisine. Number 8. Insects. Now, I need not even explain this. These islands are very thick, dense jungle, therefore lots and lots of insects and pretty birds and beautiful exotic animals, mostly pretty birds and different types of insects. I mean different types of mosquitoes, which is why I have to keep this hit spray all the time with me. Literally, I have to spray hit in every nook and corner at night, even though the weather is so beautiful, because I do not want stupid insects buzzing inside my ear. There are various types of centipedes, flies, and even spiders, mosquitoes. So many creepy, crawly creatures, because we are living in a jungle. Number 9, which is my favorite point, that is stray dogs and stray cats are actually domesticated and treated as proper pets. Isn't that lovely? Now, since bringing pets is quite an expensive affair, and there's so many local cats and local dogs just roaming around, so many locals have actually domesticated them and kept them as actual pets. There are like pure breed dogs also for those who want to keep a pet. Now, however, if you see most of the locals here, they mostly keep mongrel dogs and mongrel cats, which are like super cute, and I really love them. Now, if you ask me personally, I love stray dogs and stray cats. I have even brought them to my home. I've cuddled them. I've clicked pictures with them. I have so many pictures of those cute little stray puppies on my phone. However, my dad does not like stray dogs. Therefore, we decided to keep a Shih Tzu because then he will be happy, and my mom loves that Shih Tzu. Candy, she's quite camera shy, so she doesn't mostly feature in my videos. Last but not the least, number 10, scenic beauty and the lovely beaches, the pleasant weather. Basically, in general, the scenic beauty of these islands, which is so exotic and so rich, diverse, with all the exotic birds, pleasant weather, and such a, it's so pure. These islands are so pure. Even the city, if you look at the city side of these islands, the nightlife, if you go up to the hill and look at the nightlife, it's so beautiful and so unique. It has its own unique charm which you will never get in any part of India. Before ending this video, I would like to say I deeply miss my mainland life. I deeply miss my city life, but I also feel at times at home here also, and feel kind of a sense of warmth, I would say, in these islands. I don't have many words to say about these islands because personally I have got a lot of mixed feelings. Leaving that aside, that's all for another day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, if you have any remarks, if you have any comments, and if you have any corrections if I go wrong, you can please put it in the comment section below and I will surely answer, I will surely reply back. And thank you so much for watching. Like, share and comment. Till then, see you next time.